What if I told you that the boy with a scar and a kind heart might be the most complete warrior in the entire Demon Slayer universe? What if I told you that Prime Tanjiro Kamado didn't just become strong, but became something even Muzan feared? We've seen Yorichi, the sun-breathing prodigy. We've seen Gojo-like overpowered moments in other anime. But today, we ask a deeper question. How good was Prime Tanjiro, really? And what if we've all been underestimating him? Tanjiro's journey doesn't start with swords and style. It starts with tragedy. He was a kind older brother selling charcoal when he returned home to find his entire family slaughtered and his only surviving sister transformed into a demon. From that point on, Tanjiro wasn't just a swordsman in training. He became a walking contradiction, a demon slayer fighting to save a demon. He didn't enter this world for revenge. He entered it for love. And that one emotional foundation makes Tanjiro fundamentally different from every other warrior in the series. Let's be real. Early Tanjiro, respectable, but not elite. He struggled in final selection. He nearly died against the hand demon. His early battles were driven by pure heart, not power. But power wasn't the point yet. Tanjiro was learning, watching, adapting, evolving. With each mission, his blade grew sharper, his resolve harder. But most of all, his breathing, his body, and his intuition began aligning in something greater. By the time he fought Rui, the Lower Moon 5, he awakened something rare. Sun-breathing echoes. Not fully realized, but hints of destiny. And that's when the script flips. Sun-breathing is the origin of all breathing styles. And Yoriichi, the OG, is its divine user. But here's the kicker. Yoriichi never passed it on properly. It was lost to history, broken into fragments like water, flame, wind, etc. And yet, through sheer instinct and will, Tanjiro began to recreate it. He used the Hinokami Kagura, a family dance passed down generations, not knowing it was a direct echo of sun breathing. Imagine recreating ancient martial arts through memories and firelit dances. Tanjiro did it, and that is insane. By the time he fought upper moons like Daki and Gyutaro, he was switching between water and sun styles mid-combat. This wasn't mimicry. This was mastery forming under pressure. And the more he trained with the 12 forms of sun breathing, the more he was reborn, not as a swordsman, but as a new kind of weapon. Most characters rely on brute strength, broken abilities, or sheer technique. Tanjiro, he fights with empathy. When he faces demons, he feels their pain. He sees the child behind the monster. And yet, he doesn't let that stop him. This emotional clarity is terrifying in combat. It lets him stay focused. It lets him read his enemies. And it makes him impossible to mentally break. In the final arc, when every demon slayer is on the brink of death, Tanjiro becomes the emotional spine of the resistance. And when others fall, he rises. Not out of anger, but because he knows who he's fighting for. The final battle against Muzan Kibutsuji is where Prime Tanjiro truly arrives. Even after endless fights, Tanjiro keeps going, using all 12 forms of sun breathing in seamless succession without stopping for breath. His senses are godlike. He's dodging Muzan's whips, adapting midair, and pushing a literal demon god into panic mode. But then, tragedy strikes. Tanjiro dies. Muzan infects him with demon blood in a last-ditch effort to preserve himself, and turns Tanjiro into the strongest demon ever created. Let that sink in. Now we enter nightmare mode. Demon Tanjiro had no weaknesses. Immune to sunlight, possessing sun, breathing knowledge, inheriting Muzan's raw power and instincts, fast regeneration and near immortality. Even Nezuko, now human again, couldn't stop him. For a moment it felt like Tanjiro would surpass Muzan in cruelty too. But something different happened. His humanity screamed louder than Muzan's influence. In a haunting moment, one that no demon ever achieved, Tanjiro chose not to kill. He overpowered Muzan from within, Not with a sword, but with love, memory, and humanity. And that is something Yorichi never had to do. So now we ask, what is Prime Tanjiro? It's not just his demon form. It's not just the sun-breathing mastery. It's the combination. Prime Tanjiro is a fusion of Yorichi's sun-breathing, Muzan's enhanced demon physiology, total empathy and mental clarity, battle IQ shaped by war and tragedy, a heart uncorrupted by power. Prime Tanjiro could have been the new Demon King. Instead, he became the last hero and walked away from power after defeating it. Name a more poetic warrior. I'll wait. Let's break it down for the anime power scalers. Swordsmanship. Equal to Yorichi in form mastery, though without the raw divine talent. Superior in adaptability, switching between water and sun mid-combat. Tactical use of fake-outs and feints, something even Hashira praise. Speed and strength. Below Yorichi at peak, who was a once-in-history phenomenon. Far above every Hashira, including Yomei and Sanemi, could keep up with Demon King Muzan under time constraints. Stamina and durability. Survived multiple near-death blows in one night. Retained breathing precision even after being poisoned, cut, and broken. Emotional willpower. Arguably the highest in the entire franchise. Only Tanjiro resisted a full demon takeover and returned. Final verdict. Above every human warrior except Yorichi. Potentially stronger than Demon Muzan in demon form. Emotionally, spiritually, and technically unmatched in balance. Here's the twist. Everyone asks, could Tanjiro beat Yorichi? The answer is complicated. Yorichi was a prodigy, born with a mark, red blade, and access to see-through world from childhood. He was destined for greatness. Tanjiro earned everything. No destiny, no innate power, just trauma, love, training, and choice. If they fought at their prime, Yorichi has the raw speed and precision edge. Tanjiro has adaptability, emotional unpredictability, and possible demon regeneration. It would be close. But here's the better question. Would they even fight? Both men are protectors. They'd shake hands before raising blades. In truth, Tanjiro is the spiritual successor to Yorichi, not his rival. When the sun rose on the final battle, it wasn't Yorichi or the Hashira standing. It was Tanjiro Kamado, a boy who lost his family, turned grief into kindness, and rewrote the ending of a 1,000-year nightmare. His strength wasn't just in his blade, but in his refusal to become a monster, even when it would have been easier. So, how good was Prime Tanjiro? Good enough to stand beside legends, good enough to rewrite destiny, and maybe, just maybe, the most complete hero Demon Slayer has ever known. Like if you believe in Tanjiro supremacy, comment your favorite Tanjiro moment, subscribe for more deep anime power scaling breakdowns.